First off, tell me a little bit about the system you guys run this year. Is it pretty similar to last year, and are you very comfortable with how things are going so far in camp?
Yeah, we kind of changed up our offense a little bit. It's just we're going from unbalanced to some new formations and stuff. It's a lot of the same plays, just out of some different formations and stuff.
And what does that do for you guys from an attack standpoint against opposing defenses?
Well, I mean, it gives us a little bit more of a balanced attack as far as passing the ball along with it. We can it's a little bit more balanced, and our personnel fits this a little bit better than it did the old thing. So we're hoping it goes a little bit better than last year.
Yeah, from that standpoint, if you wouldn't mind, your backfield changing a little bit, just from a standpoint that your tailback is pretty much now your fullback. You have a different tailback. Talk about how that is all fit together.
Yeah, I think the switch will do a lot of good for us. I think Jeremiah is really good at fullback, and I think Alex is really good at tailback. So I think it'll do a lot of good for us.
You know, a fullback these days in an offense is almost very, very rare. You just don't see it as much. But to have him take that, not necessarily a backseat, but to move from a tailback to a fullback says a lot about his character.
Yeah, for sure. It's they definitely get less carries, and it's a lot less glory, but it's still a very important part of the offense.
You have to feel a lot more comfortable now, and with a year underneath your belt, and you and I kind of joked with each other. You didn't get a chance to talk to each other last year, but now we're going to get a chance to talk. Talk about your progression as a quarterback and how you've come along over the last year or so.
Definitely a lot more comfortable now than I was last year. It was a struggle first couple games, trying to get used to everything. It's really it's a lot different than it was in middle school, but I've gotten used to it, and it's getting better every week. So
it has to be knowing that the system that you run, and they I'm sure throw more on you as you get more comfortable. You have to do a lot of homework as a quarterback just to make sure you know what everybody's doing.
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of studying the playbook, and it's a lot of just kind of asking questions in practice and making sure I know everything as far as the offense goes.
You know, I know we'll talk about coming up on Friday night. It is the season opener. You made reference to last year, and it was a tough year just from a standpoint that a couple of breaks here, there, you have a couple of more, 3, maybe 4 more wins in there. How do you guys overcome that to make sure that doesn't happen where you lose those close games?
Well, a lot of it's conditioning. We need to make sure we're in better shape so that we're better in the fourth quarter and in overtime when we do get into the close game situations. And I think that we are better prepared right now than we were at this point last year. And I'm excited to see what we can do.
Are you guys, at least from a depth standpoint, are you where you want to be? You still need to develop a couple or more positions just in case you get an injury or two?
I think for the most part we're where we want to be. I think we've got a little bit more that we need to figure out, but I mean, for the most part I think we're set for the most part.
You know, the schedule, I wanted to say, is a little bit different. Now you open up, because of Knightstown being in the conference, you open up with a conference game. Does that add a little bit more pressure coming out of the gate playing in the conference instead of getting a chance to get a game underneath your belt?
Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit more pressure, but I wouldn't say necessarily it's a bad thing. I think it's I think it's going to be a lot of fun coming out and getting to play a conference team right off the bat.
All right, let's talk about this week of preparation as you get ready for game number 1. Scouting report a little bit, and what do you see when things roll around on Friday night?
I think it's going to be a really physical game. I think it'll be smash mouth. I think I'm really excited to see what happens and how it goes.
You guys like that physicality? You want to really get out there and mix it up?
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of fun.
Where do you guys? Let me ask you: where do you guys think you fit in? Are you kind of a dark horse? A lot of people maybe not looking at Lincoln this year, thinking that maybe you're the middle of the pack, but could you surprise some people?
Yeah, I definitely think we could surprise some people. We got a lot of changes coming in and a lot of different things that we're doing. I think we can definitely make some waves in the conference.